Well, for many people this time of year, you want to spend it with your family. And maybe it's a time, if you can't see your family, you should think about maybe sponsoring your family and getting a family residence visa.
That just makes more sense, right? I mean, you have your parents, your spouse, your kids. Just get them on your visa so that they can come in whenever they feel like. It's not that you have to wait for, getting an approval of a visit visa and then try and get them in here. The anxiety of getting that visit visa is just crazy.
Well, how can you navigate this? We're joined by the Director of FICO Capital Solutions, Zeba Majithia, to give us some more details. Zeba, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
My pleasure. How are you?
We're doing very, very well. If you're someone who is working here in the UAE and they have their visa, what is the simplest way? What are the main things we need to look out for if we do want to sponsor our family members?
First, the most important step to sponsor a family member is that the main applicant or the primary applicant needs to be a resident of UAE. It could be, however, it could either be via golden visa, investor visa, employee, employer, green visa, etc. Once he has a visa for himself or herself, they can then sponsor their parents, their children. Children, of course, have to be above the age of, if it's a son, you cannot sponsor above the age of 25. However, if it's a special determination or a special case, you can sponsor for the entire life. And a daughter who's unmarried, you can sponsor no matter what age. But once she's married, you cannot sponsor the daughter.
Mm-hmm. So, is there a restriction on what should be the salary of the person who's sponsoring their family?
Yes. So, in order to sponsor your spouse and your kids, your salary needs to be 3,000 to 4,000.
Mm-hmm.
If it is for a parent, it has to be a salary of minimum 10,000.
Okay, and why the disparity between the salaries for sponsoring your parents or the spouse?
Okay, so actually it's not disparity. If you actually look at it, the elderly need more care than, the parents, than your spouse or your kids, because you have to look after them.
Right.
And hence, even when the home requirement is concerned, if you're sponsoring your parents, it has to be mandatory a 2-bedroom ijari.
Okay.
Whereas for like the kids or for the spouse, it could just be a studio also, doesn't matter.
Now, if someone's looking to sponsor their children, what is the age? Is it 18 or 21 they can still sponsor their children?
Yeah, of course they can sponsor.
Yeah, but up until what age?
It doesn't matter. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, if it's a son, you can sponsor till the age of 25. However, if the son is, it doesn't matter if he's married or not married, but till the age of 25, you can sponsor. If it's a special case, a person with determination, then you can sponsor for the rest of the life of that son. Whereas a daughter, if she's unmarried, you can sponsor, even if she's 60 years, you can still sponsor her, provided she's unmarried.
Is there a health thing which probably stops one from sponsoring the parents or the spouse?
Okay. As you know, UAE is very strict when the chest X-ray is concerned and blood test.
Right.
All right. So, in this case, for example, if somebody is detected with tuberculosis or something like that, then they can get a visa for 1 year, provided a certificate is given from a medical practitioner that the person, he or she is undergoing medical treatment for the same. And then after 1 year, they review the condition, and then you can qualify. But yes, you should not have this problem.
Well, for anyone who is looking for more details, what's the best place to go? They can obviously contact you. You're the Director of FICO Capital Solutions. But which government department, which ministry is the best place to contact?
In regards to for the normal visas?
Yes.
They can go to any AMIR center.
Okay. What was that? AMIR Centre?
AMIR, A-M-E-R.
AMIR, A-M-E-R, yes.
Oh, okay.
Right. Now, these rules and regulations, they normally keep updating very regularly. We've noticed that.
Yes.
But so is there a way that one can obviously stay in touch with, all of this information, a website or is there an Instagram handle or a Twitter handle that people can get all of this information from?
Yes, you can very well visit the government websites which talk about the visas. Your GDFRA also speaks about the same, so you can find it online.
Now, you mentioned about visas for people who are employees and have a employment and everything. But what about people who have golden visas? Are they allowed to sponsor their spouses, families, and so on and so forth?
Oh, yes, they can. So whatever the duration of the main applicant is, say if it's for 10 years, they can very well sponsor their kids for 10 years or their spouse for 10 years, their parents for 10 years, up straight can be done.
Oh, so
They
even
cannot sponsor their brother or sister in that.
right. So they too get the golden visa, de facto.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
Interesting. This is very interesting. So if one has a golden visa, your entire family technically can get a golden visa on the basis of that.
Correct. And you can sponsor as many domestic help staff as you want.
Oh, well, that's
There's
good.
no
I need about 10 these days. So I need all the help I can get sometimes. Zeba Majithia, the Director of FICO Capital Solutions, thank you very much for sharing your insights when it comes down to the UAE Family
Pleasure.
Residence Visa. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
So that's an interesting point in regards to the golden visa, that if you do get that, your family essentially get the same perk as well.
Yeah, that's what even I was wondering, that, would it be like a 2-year visa for your family or your spouse or your parents or whatever? But if you have a golden visa, then even they get a golden visa status, which is incredible. I reckon this is something that, has supported a lot of people coming into the country and ensured that, they have a longer stay, that psyche of that, the fear psychosis of, oh, what happens after my 2-year visa expires is out of the window once you get a golden visa.
058 686 1003